Alrighty, and we are live. Now, I am actually not in your office today. I stayed home at my home office because we were having some internet issues last time. So I know the internet at my house works. I've been getting quite a few questions about viewing the webinar and everything. So again, as I've reiterated, over the last couple sessions, I added everybody to the private group, and every recording, video recording, it's a YouTube upload, which is just the best and clearest, easiest way to do it, is the YouTube upload of the video of the actual session. So you will see the entire thing here for you. It's being uploaded there after the evening of each session. After each session, the videos will be dropped into that group. So let me just show you guys what I'm talking about here real quick. Good morning, Denise, Erica, Julia, Lewis, Ryan, and whoever a couple callers are. All right. And just to confirm, can everybody see my screen? If you would comment and confirm, I'd appreciate it. Can everybody see my screen? Ryan, yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. So for the group that you're in, you guys are going to click this button here on the right side. Okay. Just circle this right here. You're just going to click this button right here. Okay. All right. And you're going to drop down. You're going to go to Manage Groups. Okay. You're going to click over here on your groups. Then you're going to drop down to, actually you could always search in here, Freedom in 6. Click in here, 21 members, you all are members, click the group. Okay, here we are. We're all set. Okay, now here we go. So I put on here Freedom in 6, week 2, session 2. That was last Thursday. Week 2, session 1, last Tuesday, week 2, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you have all 4 sessions uploaded in here. You just scroll through the feed in here, and you can see them and find them in here. If you are having questions or having issues, please comment in here. Please comment in here. Okay. The benefit of that is not that I don't want to talk to you, not that I don't want to take a phone call, but it is easier for me to communicate with you that way. Secondly, again, it helps you get familiar with navigating the group, which you all should be doing. Okay, and then also any questions you may ask would certainly help and assist the other members on here. I'm sure if you ask a question, some of the members in here probably have the same exact one, so they can benefit from that as well, and you all will get alerts and notifications right here every time that you're dealing with this. So we are going to dive right in here. This is really the session, I guess, that everybody's been waiting for here. Which is Facebook ads, right? Everybody wants to run Facebook advertisements here, right? So we're going to be going over that today. Really, I guess running Facebook ads, it is an art. There is a skill to it. There is a certain way to do it. There is a lot of ways that a lot of people run ads out there. Some work, some don't. So we're going to be going over those best practices, some strategies with running the ads. I'm going to walk you through, right? We got to walk before we can run. I'm going to walk you through, in some instances, crawl you through the methods of creating the different types of ads, running ads from your Facebook pages, and running ads from dark posts, which is just running ads without being attached to any type of Facebook page whatsoever. So I'll run you through both of those today, and then on Thursday I'll be running you through 4 very specific ads that I will literally be creating for you on here step by step. So I would recommend that you watch this video very, very closely because next week, just as a forewarning, I'm going to assume everybody watched this video and is familiar with how to do this. And then next week, I'm going to dive right into creating the 4 specific real estate ads that I will show you how to create. And then we're not going to mess around. So I'm going to dive right into that, or rather on Thursday. So please, please, please take some notes if you need to go back and watch this video later on today or today or tomorrow. So on Thursday morning when we dive into creating the Facebook ads for you, specifically for real estate, that you're ready to go, you're familiar with the lingo and what I'm talking about, and then you're just taking notes and watching how the ads are created so that you can do them yourselves, okay? There's a couple softwares that I'm going to use on Thursday that I use to create my ads, that I use as landing pages. Today I will show you how to do it through Facebook and just simply how to use their software. However, I do recommend that you do use some sort of landing page software. I prefer Lead Pages. I've done ClickFunnels. I've done Lead Pages. I've done Unbounce, but I would recommend Lead Pages. I think that's really all you guys need to use. It's just a landing page software that when someone clicks on your ads that it redirects them to. That looks very nice, looks very professional, and is very good for real estate agents. Most of them are very cheap. It's, I think, $29 a month for the basic package, which is, again, for most of you, all you'll ever need. Okay, I don't get any money for advertising for them. I wish I did. That'd be nice, but I don't. I just use their product because I like it and it's great. So leadpages.com, you can go there, sign up for a subscription. Like I said, I believe it's $29 a month for the starter package, and again, that's all you'll ever need. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to use that over the following couple weeks, and then again, especially this coming Thursday, I'm going to be showing you how to create ads using those tools. So again, your homework would be to go there, download Lead Pages, leadpages.com, unless you want to run everything through Facebook itself. I've done both. Some people say, you know, what's better? Is it better to do a landing page site, or is it better just to use Facebook's? I've used both and had good success with both. I think it really depends upon what you're doing. For what you guys are doing and what I'm going to show you on Thursday to create open house leads, generating you know, all types of different buyers, renters, rent-to-own, sellers, I would highly, highly, highly recommend getting a landing page software. In this case, I do recommend Lead Pages. So let's dive right in here. Facebook ads, okay? Facebook ads. Now, like I said, a lot of people are running Facebook ads nowadays. If they didn't work, again, Zuckerberg wouldn't be a billionaire. So they do work. They do work. I've run them. I have generated many leads from them. Have shown other loan officers and realtors how to do them themselves as well, as I'm going to show you. They do work. They're a tremendous way to generate leads. They're really the best way to generate paid for leads on Facebook. Obviously, organically, you can do other things, but we're talking about Facebook ads. So the first thing I would do is identify what your budget is. Have something realistic. Don't say, you know, $2 a day, right? Have something realistic. I would say something like a couple $100 a month. For some of you, that may seem very, very difficult to come by, but I would some way, some shape, some form make that happen, whether it's a credit card that you pay off, do something. You need to have a pretty solid advertising budget to do this, at least a couple $100 a month, okay? In order to run these ads from the pages that you're going to be creating, okay? So again, last week we talked about pages, Facebook pages, creating those business pages. That is the way that you're going to be running, okay? That you're going to be running these ads from, as well as dark post ads. I'm going to show you the difference between the two, okay? With that being said, the best way to run ads is really through the pages because it links people back to you, which is really what you want. The reason you would run a dark post ad is if you're running something very generic, or maybe you create a community page and you're running ads from there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through this just so you guys get the idea. Some of you have run Facebook ads before, so you're familiar with what I'm going to show you. But again, I want to show you how to do it the right way. very important. So I'm excited about this today. I've been asked, I don't know, probably by a dozen of you, hey, how do you run Facebook ads? I want to know how to run Facebook ads. I want to know how to generate leads. That's what this whole program is for. So I haven't been able to really dive into it in an intricate detail with anybody in particular, but I will over the following 4 weeks, 4 sessions that we have here. So, okay, checklist. I'd like you all to write this down if you could. Right. Please have some sort of a checklist for when you are running ads. Okay. 6 questions that you really need to answer. Really 5, but we'll say 6 questions that you really need to answer. Okay. You want to know your audience, because if you're running an ad, you're running it to an audience. So your checklist ought to be, number 1, who are they? Okay. Number 1, who are they? Who is your audience? Who are they? Are they single? Are they married? Are they married with kids? Are they at the latter end of their career? Are they starting their career? Are they healthcare professionals, right? Who are these people that you're running your ads to? Again, which piggybacks with, again, I can't stress this enough, all the way back to the second session that we did, which is identifying who you are and who your target market is, okay? So who are they? Number 2, what do they want? What do they want, or what do they need? What are their needs? What are their wants, right? If we're talking about real estate, right, again, their needs could be a better school system for their kid, maybe a specific school system that has something that their child needs. Maybe it's more space, right, or maybe it's peace and quiet. Maybe it's a bigger yard for whatever reason. Maybe it's, maybe, who knows, maybe it's a better sports program or something like that. What is it that people want? And you got to know the area that you're servicing. Generally speaking, what is it that people want that will cause them to move there? Number 3, not only what do people want, but what can you provide them with? What is it that you can provide them? What is it that you can give them, right? When you're going to be running their ads, I'll show you how to run a lot of incentive type of advertisements, meaning if you opt in, if you give me your information, I will give you this, right? It's an incentive. It's a bribe, essentially, right? If you send me your information, then I can turn around and I can send you that, right? Whether it's a free report on the value of their home, whether it's a free electronic book, whether it's, a short video that you make that's 6 quick tips to selling your home in under 30 days, whatever it may be, right? What is it that you can provide them of value? Okay. Number four, who is their network? Number 4, who is their network? This audience that you're going to be running advertisements to, who is the network that they participate in? Okay. What's their network? Are they wealthy? Is it doctors? Is it healthcare professionals? Is it blue collar workers? Then your ads are going to look very different if you're running ads to healthcare professionals as opposed to blue collar workers, right? Now, if you're scratching your head saying, "Man, I don't know who I should run ads to," well, then again, I'm gonna send you back to session 2 of week 1 when you need to identify who you are and the type of business that you want to run. Okay. So what are their networks? All right, number 5, what is their lifestyle? What's the space that they live in? Right? What's their lifestyle? Are they shopping at Louis Vuitton? Are they buying Chanel handbags? Are they driving Mercedes? Are they shopping in an area that typically is $600,000, $700,000 or higher? Or are they dropping down? Are they going down to the $300,000 or lower? All right. What's their lifestyle? Okay, and then number six. Hang on a second. If you're having trouble, I just got a message that you're having trouble logging in. If you're having trouble logging in, try logging out and logging back in. Again, this may have something to do with your internet connection. Or if you are just doing this through the web and you're not, and you haven't downloaded the actual program of GoToMeeting, you are a little bit limited. All right, so you need to click on the link. I can tell Ryan has not downloaded it because it shows web on here. Erica has not, Denise or Betsy, so that will limit you a little bit sometimes. It's just a little glitch with GoToMeeting. The only way we could do this is a Google Hangout, but not everybody has Gmail, and Google Hangout requires a lot of bandwidth on your internet. So I would try logging out, logging back in, or making sure you do download the actual program GoToMeeting so you can run it through that. All right. So again, those 6 questions. Number 6, and what sites did they visit? What websites did these people visit? Are they shopping on Amazon? Are they those types of people? Are they self-directed? Do they like things automated? Are they shopping sites for subscriptions? Are they heavy subscription? Because if you give them some sort of a subscription type of ad, odds are you're going to capture them a lot better than if you did the opposite of that. And if you gave them some type of an incentive, right? What sites do they serve? What type of people are they? So know the answers to these 6 questions really before you run an ad, because if you're going to run a luxury ad, you need to know the answers. If you're going to run an ad for condos, if you're going to run an ad for renters to possibly buy a home, right? You need to know the answers to these questions to know how you're going to present the ad, because an ad always needs to answer a question, right? An ad always needs to answer a question. Right, the questions that these people have: can I buy a home? Okay, well, the ad needs to answer that question, so on and so forth. So know that checklist here. Let's dive right in here for creating ads. All right. Here we go. All right. Now, all of you should have created, I sent out an email last night, all of you should have created a business page. All of you should have created a business page from last week. If you have not, you're going to be a little behind here, because I'm going to show you, first of all, how to run ads from a business page. Okay. I am going to use a community page to show you how to do this. So let's do living in Sussex County. Living in Sussex County. This is a page I created as a community page. Okay. Right. It's got a nice shot of Crystal Springs. This is a farm over in Andover. I think that was actually for sale for a little while. Right. This is living in Sussex County. Okay. I never really drove traffic because I always use this just as an example. So if somebody ever wants to use this, you certainly can. I don't care. But I put some content on here just for example purposes. Okay. So how do you run ads? Okay, from a Facebook page. Okay. I'll show you how to do this. You're going to put a post on here. Okay. Let's just pretend I was a realtor and then I had a listing in Sussex County. Okay. So now I wouldn't run it through Zillow. I would run it more through GSMLS. That's just me, because I don't want you don't want people to be running to GSMLS. You want them to be running for you. Actually, somebody give me a shout out on here. Somebody comment who has a listing in Sussex County. Somebody give me the address. I'm going to use this as an example. Don't tell me nobody has any listings. Somebody comment to me a listing that you have in Sussex County. Nobody? Nobody's in Sussex? Or Morris? A listing? Anybody? See, I don't got any listings, Sean. That's why I'm on this webinar, so I can learn how to get more. Here we go. Miss Julia, One Fairway Trail, Sparta. One Fairway Trail in Sparta. Okay, beautiful. My hometown. Of course I'm going to promote that. So Louis just asked me, how did I get back to this page? So you're going to go over here on the side to this little button here. And you're going to go to Manage Pages. Click Manage Pages, and all the pages that you manage will show up, which for you guys is probably 1 or 2 at this point. Okay. So One Fairway Trail in Sparta, New Jersey. Let's check this bad boy out. We'll go Century 21 because 199 49. Got a couple listings in Sparta. Ooh, it's a cute little house. All right. This is, I believe, on the Lake Mohawk side, if I'm not mistaken. Small Lake House. What we got? So I wasn't on the GSMLS. I was on Zillow. I just typed in Zillow because that's where I would search. I would, if you're on GSMLS, I would probably find your I would find whatever listing service you use. Maybe not GSMLS, maybe your Century 21 website. Basically, I wouldn't put Zillow's link on here simply for the reason that you don't want people being redirected to other agents. So I would go to, let's say, your century21.com where your listing is listed on here, and I'm going to show you what I do here. So just hang on one second. All right, so we have One Fairway Trail, Sparta, New Jersey. What's not to love here? Great bio, MLS number. Okay, so here's what I would do. I would copy this link. So I do this. Copy this link. You can click Control-C or right-click and hit copy. Go back to Facebook. Okay. Here's what I'm going to put on here. I'm going to paste this link. Wait a minute. It's going to put a preview of the home here. Now notice right here, all it has is this button. That's a link. Okay. We don't want that. We want a picture. Okay. If, by the way, if you put www in front of it, it automatically generates whatever picture was on there, but you may not want that picture on there, so you may want to interchange it anyway. Okay, just as a side note. So if you put www, this little 3 W's in front of it, it should automatically generate a picture if there's one built into the HTML. Now I'm starting to get like crazy language here, but if there's one already built in there, it should generate it. If not, you're going to have to come up with one yourself. So in this, obviously this is a pretty nice picture here. Basically you want to market whatever stands out about the home. If it's an awesome stately, center hall colonial with gates and with, pillars and stone and everything else, you want to market that. If it's got just an awesome kitchen, right? Maybe brand new upgraded, you want to stick that on there, right? Whatever it is that you sell the lifestyle of, that's what you want to stick on here. Let's go back here. There was one picture in the front, but I think it had a car in it. I hate putting pictures with cars in them. Yeah. So let's do. That one's got kind of a glare. I'm going to save it as a web page. I'm going to have to go to. I'm going to have to go to Zillow for this. You actually can pull off pictures from Zillow. Hopefully we have the other one. Good. Save image as. We're going to save the image. So just go there. One trail. Save it as a JPEG. Always, always, always. We're going to go back to Facebook. Now right here, okay, right here where this little plus sign is, it says available images. Obviously right now there's no available images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload one here. So you click on this plus sign. Where I stored the image here, I'm going to click open. It's going to load. And this picture is going to pop up. Now this is a little glitch here with Facebook. So this is not how it's going to show up. This picture is going to be up top and this is going to be below. Okay. So sometimes if you refresh, it does it, but I don't want to do that now. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to leave this link up top. I'm going to erase this because this is going to stay here, right? And when people click on this, this is going to redirect them to your site. Okay. So I'm not going to leave that link there. I'm going to type something up here, okay? And this is going to be the description. Now, a lot of people think the text that you type up here in your post to create your ad is very, very important. I promise you it's not. It's just a description of what exactly this is, okay? So we can say, check out this fantastic home. We're going to say updated because the outside is at least updated and everybody likes the word updated. home in beautiful Lake Mohawk. I don't know everything about this home, so I would say something to the effect of, I don't know, let's say there was an open house I was promoting, I maybe put that on there, or I may say something to the effect of, I don't know, something special about it, right? Top 5 school system, right? Top school system in Sussex County, which I think Sparta actually is. Enjoy the lake amenities, top school system, convenient shopping for all your needs. Okay. So again, I'm not really stressing on this. I'm just putting this out there, so it's just a quick description of what this home is. It just sells it a little bit. The main thing we want is the picture. The picture is what catches people's eyes. People look at the picture first, they read this description on the picture, and then they read this up top. So picture first, headline second, text third. Picture first, headline second, text third. Again, so you want to, when you're marketing these ads out there, whether it's for a listing, whether it's for an open house, whether it's for home ownership, whatever it may be, that's what you want on here. Okay. So One Fairway Trail. I'm going to put the address up here. I'm going to take it out of here. I'm going to say, looking to move to a lake community, right? Again, it asks a question because that's what we want, right? Looking to move to a lake community. It jogs people's memory. Maybe it wouldn't be nice to live by a lake. Oh, that's a pretty nice house. I didn't know I could get a nice house like that. Oh, it looks like it has a pretty good front yard, right? I didn't know I could have that type of property at a lake community. Hey, it's got a 2-car garage. Hey, it looks like a pretty good size for my family. Oh, it's in a top school district. Oh, it's in Sparta, 319. That's not too bad for a house in a lake community, so on and so forth, okay? So here, I'm going to leave this as the headline, right? Because that's what I want. I want the picture to catch people's eyes, and I want then they look at the headline and it begin to jog their thoughts, right? Should I move to a lake community or not? Okay. 3-bed. 2 baths. I think it has 1.5. Again, this doesn't have to be accurate because I'm not exactly going to be running this. I'm just showing you for example purposes. Lake Mohawk, New Jersey. Okay. This is what's going to look like. Check out this updated home in beautiful Lake Mohawk. One Fairway Trail in Sparta. This looks kind of weird here. One Fairway Trail, Sparta, New Jersey, 07871. Enjoy the lake amenities, top school system, and convenient shopping for all your needs. Okay. Looking to move to a lake community. Right. Notice I don't put price on here. Notice I do not want price on here because after somebody thinks about moving to a lake community, sees a house, it looks kind of attractive, maybe it's something they'd be interested in, 3 beds, 2 baths, what's the next thing they want to know? The price. How much is this house? That's how you get them to do the little clickaroo on this and be redirected to you. Okay. So this is what I'm going to put on here. People are liking this post. We're going to publish this today. And this you could do. See how that changed? Now, what I would recommend, just as a thought here, see this picture that I posted on here, I would recommend putting some type of a title on this to catch people's attention, maybe in big red, just listed, or lake living. Something that gets people's attention, I would put a cross tier on the title to create one of those memes. They call it M-E-M-E, right? There's a couple apps you can get, Meme Maker. You can get TextPic, Typorama, a couple of these apps that are free that you can buy on your app store, that you can create these little pictures. You can save these pictures to your phone and then make text in the front here on a big, nice title. Okay. Matter of fact, just for the sake we actually do have time, I'm going to do that right now, just because I'm anal about things and I want to do things right. One Fairway Trail in Sparta, New Jersey. I'm actually going to save this. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean by this. Bear with me 2 seconds. Images. What you can do is you can search the property online, go to Google, click images. So here's what I would do. One Fairway Trail in Sparta, New Jersey. Now, if this is your listing, obviously you'll have the pictures saved anyway. But if you want to go on your phone and do this, you can search this on your phone, click images. I would select this, save this picture on my phone, and create a meme off of it. So just to kind of give you an idea here, I'm going to show you the finished product of here. Okay. All right. Bear with me. I'm just uploading this photo here to show you guys how to do this. Again, the app that I use is called Typorama. 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 I'm just going to... All right, cool. Typorama. Typorama. See this picture? Made with Typorama. It sticks it on there. Meme, I don't think does, but save image as. Get out of here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this post, right? Actually, we're going to cancel this. So let's redo this all over again. Delete from page. Delete photo. So let's put a new post on here just as if we did this from scratch. So on a photo on here, upload. Century 21. Copy copy and paste this link, put the link right here. Wait a minute. Look at that. Hi, Julia. Here you are. So, unfortunately, even though you may look good, you don't want to put your face on there all the time. No offense. I never put my face because what they want to know is the house. Okay, so you see how I knocked that out? See how I knocked that out? Sorry, I just knocked your picture out there. And man, so you got some people out there who are just scary looking, so you really don't want to put your face out there, right? You want to put your pretty house out there. That's what people want to know about. So here we go. So I put that text on there. Check out this updated house in beautiful Lake Mohawk. One fairway trail. I'll spell the whole thing out. Not fairway. My fingers are dyslexic in case anybody hasn't noticed. Trail, Sparta, New Jersey, 07871. Okay. Enjoy all the amenities the lake has to offer. Oh my goodness. Lake has to offer top-rated schools and convenient shopping. There we go. Okay. And again, so we said before, looking to live in a lake community. I may shorten that and say, yeah, we could do that. Looking to live in a lake community. And then here, 3 beds, 2 baths, and full lake rights. Boom. Actually, full lake rights to Lake Mohawk in Sparta, New Jersey. Here we go. So this is what's going to look at. So remember, picture first, headline second, text third. So we're going to post this bad boy. Right, just listed, check it out. This gets people's attention, and you can adjust this text. I just made it red and fuzzy. You can make it sharp. You can make it cursive. You can make it whatever the heck you want. I recommend always doing it something very simple because people can read it. You want to always do things on like a 3rd or 4th grade level, FYI, okay? So what we're going to do here. Just listed, check it out. Looking to live in a lake community. 3 beds, 2 baths, and full lake rights to Lake Mohawk in Sparta, New Jersey. Well, how much is it? What am I going to do? I'm going to click on this bad boy, and it's going to redirect me here. Okay, now this... Okay, now this just redirects it here. So again, why do I do this? Because you don't want to put it on Zillow. You want to copy the link from Century 2-in-1 so it redirects to you, Julia, in your case, right? So they don't see 5 other different lender or realtors on there and call it one of them. You want to call them you because we all love double-ending deals, right? So that's the post that you would put on here, okay? Now, if you have this page and you have 3,000 followers or 500 or 200, everybody who follows that just got a notification that this was put on here. Okay, we want to like this bad boy. So what are we going to do? As an ad, remember, you're putting posts on your Facebook pages that you're creating, right? If you're doing Longview and Montville or Best of Rockware, who knows what it may be, right? Now you're running this as an ad. So what are you going to do? I click Boost Post, okay? And by boosting this post, okay, I can create an ad for this. Now, this is limited to what I can do. Okay, this is something very quick and very easy if I've already done a lot in ads that I've done in the past. Okay, now I very well may have. Okay, but in this particular instance, what I'm going to show you guys, okay, I just want to click on that because, again, you can eventually boost all of these to create ads, especially ones like this, right? But now I'm going to show you kind of on the back end what we're going to do in Facebook to make sure we're reaching the right people, okay? So your posts are going to be advertisements. Not every post, obviously, but ones like this that are showing off one of your houses or an open house or to renters, whatever audience that you're trying to reach. Okay, and you can apply everything I'm going to show you today and next week and the following to whatever types of ad you're running. Okay, so again, we go here. We're going to go to manage ads. I'll show you guys a couple things. Okay. Now remember, your headline should be a question. Okay, and you should show the result. Looking to live in a lake, and what did we show? We showed the result of living in the lake. Here's a house that you can buy and actually live in the lake. So should be a question, and then your picture and the body of your ad should show the result. Okay. Remember, picture first. Make sure your picture is sharp. Make sure it catches people's attention, even if it's corny, right? Make sure it catches people's attention. All right. Then they look at the headline, and then they look at the post text that you put there at the top. Okay. But the most important is the picture and the headline that you put there to jog people's thoughts, to make people think maybe this is for me. Okay. Now, by the way, let me just go back here real quick. Sorry, I kind of have ADD. I could have put that in Sparta jersey. Oh my goodness, everybody leave me alone. All right. Come here, post. Where are you? Here we go. Right. Now, if your picture is more than 20% text, meaning more than 20% of the picture is covered by text or by words, Facebook will probably not run it. Every once in a while you can get away with it if it's maybe you did the ad very, very well and it doesn't seem like it's anything squirrely, but 90% of the time Facebook is going to can your ad if more than 20% of the picture is text message. They want the picture pretty clean, generally speaking. Okay, I always recommend putting something on there to catch people's attention. You know, unless the picture is just really cool in and of itself. Like, just for example, if I was to run, let's see here. If I was to run like this picture right here as an ad, Facebook would there's no way that they would ever approve this because of all the text, all the letters, all the numbers, all the words on here. They want the picture to be a picture and the headline to be the text. Okay, so just remember that. Try to keep those separate. Picture, headline is text. Okay, so any more than 20%, again, they're probably not going to allow you to do. So we're going to go to manage ads here. Click this number here, click this little arrow here. Okay. Right here. This little arrow. And then you're going to come down here to manage ads. Create ads, you can manage ads. You can click both of these. For this sake today, we'll do create ads right here. All right. So we're going to go to create ads. We're going to make an ad today. Show you guys how to do this. All right. Now you have a lot of options here. You can run an ad specifically made to brand awareness, just to get your name and your face out there, just to create more reach, to create more traffic to maybe a website you want to redirect them to, such as yours if you have one of these websites. Maybe you just want engagement, you want people to comment, you want people to like it, you want people to share it. Maybe you have an app that you want to download, video views, maybe you want, or lead generation. 9 times out of 10, obviously, we're doing lead generation, traffic, or engagement. Okay, traffic, engagement, or lead generation most times. In this case, we're going to do lead generation. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys before you decide on this, right? This is the easy part, choosing an ad and building it. The hardest part of this, okay, the hardest part of this is creating this audience. Okay, so I'm going to really walk you guys through that. Please take notes on this because this will really help you. So we're going to do lead generation. Okay, we have to name this campaign, so we're going to name this One Fairway Trail. So if this was you, Juliet, running this, it's nice to title your ads correctly so that you can keep track of what's coming from where. Okay. Now we're going to choose the page that we're running it from. Actually, I guess I could just living in Sussex County. Okay. Audience. Audience is very important. So see over here in this little section right here where it says audience. Okay. You want to click on this. All right. This is going to bring you here. All right. But we're going to create a custom audience here. So go to Ads Manager up here where I just clicked this tab, Ads Manager, and go to Audience Insights. Okay. This is going to open up some really cool demographics, some really cool analytics that Facebook has done for you. Again, Facebook is very smart. Let Facebook do the work. So click on Audience Insights and go to All Tools, and then, oh no, I'm sorry, we're already in Audience Insights, my bad. So we're creating a new audience, and we're trying to figure out who the best people are to run these to. So again, let's just think of somebody may want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on in the Lake community that has lake rights to Lake Mohawk, right? Obviously, they don't have a big family either. Maybe they're downsizing, right? Maybe they're retiring. Maybe they want to go to a more quiet community. They live toward the city. Maybe they are a small family. Maybe they're a couple and they just want to enjoy that type of lifestyle. Maybe they like it. Who knows what it may be. So in order to create this audience, this section over here is going to tell us whether our demographic is correct. Are these the right people we should be running it to? Okay. So we're going to go location, United States. We'll just do New Jersey, because we all know that people from South Jersey may want to move up here. People from Essex and Hudson County may want to move out this way. Age and gender, we definitely don't want to go 18, probably 25 and up. Most people aren't buying houses any younger than that. Some people are, I guess I did, but and probably to age 64. All men. Interests. Okay, so here's what we want to determine here. Always limit by location and age. Always, 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 always limit by location and age. Okay, very, very important. You don't want to just open it up to the entire world. And then all of a sudden you're going to be getting people from Texas filling out your advertisement. You're going to get people from Philadelphia talking about an open house that you're trying to have over in, Andover or someplace. Okay, so always limit by age and location. You want to get between probably about 30 and 50,000 people in your audience, not 300, okay, because you want to hit that target audience pretty hard. So we want to find out what interests. So let's type in here interest, let's say real estate development. We could do that. We could do lakes, right, because that one's on the lake. We could do, what else here? Small towns, no. We could do rural area. Just seeing if there's any downsizing. Retirement. You never know. I wouldn't move to a place with high taxes like Sparta for retirement, but depending upon how much money you got in the bank, you may. Let's see. We could do some first-time home buyers. First-time home buyer on here. So how I'm doing this. Maybe somebody who's interested in getting a mortgage loan. Maybe they're a veteran. VA loan. FHA. Right? All these things are people who may be interested in buying this home. So we're trying to see, as I type in these things, all this changes. All this changes because it's telling me of all the interest that I'm typing in, people interested in VA loans, mortgage loans, lakes, retirement, real estate development, first-time home buyer grant, FHA insured loan, all these people that are interested in it, it's telling me who their ages are. So just let me type in a few more and then I'm going to go over this with you. Vacation home rental, maybe. They don't have second home as one. Let's see. What else? It's got to be more in real estate. Real estate investment. Primary school, if they have young kids. High school, if they have older kids. Sparta does have a pretty decent high school, especially if you're moving up into the Sussex County area. Not to knock on anybody else's towns. If you live in any of the other towns, don't get mad at me. All right, so let's leave that for now. Lakes, mortgage loans, all these different things about real estate. Let's see what we got here. So I picked 25 to 64, all men and women with all these different interests in New Jersey. Okay. Pages people are connected to. I don't want them necessarily connected to my page. I'm trying to get more. Relationship status, work, education, financial, politics, life events, all these different things, right? I could do something to the effect of if they're parents, expectant parents, child 0 to 3, right? Because they may be looking for child 6 to 19, child 13 to 15, child 4. I'll do all parents. Market segments, no children in home maybe. Grandparents, empty nesters, maybe looking to downsize. Home, single family home, maybe renters or homeowners, right? Now look at this, home value. You can even search by what they think their home value is. Facebook has that data. You'd be just really surprised. Education, relationship status, I would do engaged, or married. Yeah, we'll do newlyweds. Okay. All right, so here's what it shows, that out of this audience, why was this thing loaded? Maybe I had to pick too many. All right, here we go. 62% are women and 38% are men. Out of this group in New Jersey who are interested in all these different things. So again, out of this age group in New Jersey, all having these interests through Facebook, 62% are women, 38% are men. Now that's a pretty fair and an even amount because again, most times women are more interested in the home buying process and the home itself and where it's at, primary school, real estate development, maybe it's retirement, maybe it's a first-time home buyer grant, maybe it's a late living, whatever it is, they're more interested in those types of things. Okay. Okay, this is the lifestyle. Okay. This is interesting. 8% of them, again, this is just the top 10 here, 8% of them are top professionals, corporate connected, work and play, another large 8%, established elite, Summit Estates. Right. So believe it or not, we're actually hitting I wouldn't say a wealthy, but a more well-to-do group. 73% of this group are married. Right? 63%. Holy cow. 63% of this group have a college degree. Married with college degree. That's your primary audience right there. Married and college degree, primary audience. Right? We all know that a lot of single people don't buy houses. More married couples or married to soon to be married will buy houses, right? Because the husband wants to please his wife, she wants a house. Job title. Huge portion of them are in management, meaning they're probably well established in their careers. Think about that. Business and financial operations, a big chunk of them are in. Education and government employees. We all know the government employees get good salaries and good benefits, generally speaking. Personal care, or a lot of those people in personal care are in the healthcare industry. I've seen a lot of them buying houses lately. Administrative. Large portion of them are in administrative work, office work, or management. finance, business operations, and or personal care government employees. So again, know these things because you need to know your audience and who you're running to. So a lot of people who are in management, a lot of people who are in administrative work, do those types of things. I want to see. Well, no, we're not really running that audience, so we'll do that later. But most of them are married and most of them have a college degree. So when I select this audience, I'm going to select a lot of people who are married, a lot of people who have a college degree, and a lot of people who are in upper management or administrative or make a certain amount of money and higher. Because why would you run this ad to people who can't afford the house, correct? Right? And I'm going to run it to both men and women because we have it pretty even. We can even see what type of pages they like, right? A lot of these people are like News 12 New Jersey or Fox, Dunkin' Donuts, Amazon, Walmart. I mean, look at this. This is what these people do with their time. It's pretty crazy, right? NJ.com, right? Tasty, food, Amazon, NJ.com, Tasty, and Amazon, and Walmart. I'm surprised Target's below Walmart. Would you look at that? Probably because we're in Sussex County. Location. That's not too important, but New Jersey's Patterson, obviously the top 3 cities here in Jersey. Frequent activities, right? A lot of them are liking posts, pages are liked, ads clicked, right? So guess what? A lot of these people, right? A big chunk of them, a large chunk of them are clicking on ads. So that means you get a good audience. 40% of these people, almost 40% will click on ads. And the vast majority of them are using mobile is 51%, desktop or mobile, but the vast majority of them, 95%, holy cow, 95% are using iPhone or an Android. iPhone or Android, and a lot of them, more than half, are using mobile only. They're only looking on their phone. Okay. So when we create an ad, what are we going to do? This is a way of testing it. We know that this audience clicks on ads a lot. If this was a little bit higher, it'd be better, but that's a good chunk, right? A lot of them are using their mobile phones and strictly mobile phone, higher percentage mobile rather than desktop. Okay. So all these different interests we're going to create. Okay. Again, this is just a way. So this group right here, if we click this, okay, I'm going to use ad create tool. We can create an ad specifically from that audience. Okay. So I want to do lead generation. Okay, we're doing one. Trail. We're choosing the page that we posted the post on, which was living in Sussex County. Okay. Now you see how this populated this audience all the way in here? Everything that we just created on that audience, this is that exact audience that's created for us. Okay. We did it to all of New Jersey. Now, again, you may want to do more of a tighter demographic, so we don't have to do New Jersey per se. We could do Rockaway zip code. We'll just type in Rockaway, New Jersey. We could type in you want it to be a little bit tighter than that. We could do Sparta. Maybe somebody's looking to downsize within Sparta, right? Or knows people who are looking to move there. We want to hit up some of the areas here in Bergen County, like Westwood, maybe. Parsippany is a nice chunk. I would do even some south, maybe like Union. Believe it or not, I've had a lot of people want to move up from some of these areas. Again, I limit this a little bit more. Okay. And then maybe we'll do Pompton Lakes. If you're used to paying high taxes, maybe you'll move in Sparta instead of Pompton Lakes, right? Okay. Okay, language, English, US. interest, additional interest. Don't have to be expectant parents. We don't want to limit ourselves by that necessarily. We just wanted to know that a lot of those people did exist out there. Grandparents, we don't want to have to must have. Okay. Homeowners, likely to move, first-time home buyer, buying a house, house hunting, new home, my first house, starter home, right? First-time buyer, renters, right? Now you see how our audience is starting to get more specific as we go here. Real estate, buying and selling, new house, first-time home buyer grant, buying and selling real estate, mortgage loans, right? Real estate investing, fixed rate mortgage, know how serious these people are, VA loan, pre-qualification lending, that's a good one, FHA, going down here, we'll do a couple more. Married's a good one because a huge chunk of that population were married, again, because what we're trying to do, we're run it to the people who are in the bulk of that population. Parents, all. Okay. I'm going to save this audience as Sparta. Okay. Delivery type standard, we continue. Okay. Now, I don't really run them both. I like to stay on Facebook. I don't like to run them on Instagram as well. So we're going to go single image. Okay. Now, what we did is we saved that audience as Sparta. Okay. Now, what I could do is I could move forward and I could create a whole new ad here. But what am I going to do? Since I saved that audience, all I'm going to do is go back here. I created this audience. There's pages. And then I'm just going to boost the post. Where are we at? Social Security. Because I know that that audience we created has a lot of people in it that would fit our ideal buyer for this house. So when I click boost post here, okay, no button, we just want to click this on here, right? Engage interactions, comment, share. We want to do website visits, right? Maybe we'll get some calls for it. You could do that. Like if this was you, Julia, if you wanted people to go to your website and you wanted to find out who was there, you could do that. Or we could do engagements, reactions, post, comment, shares, just to get this blasted out to more people. I recommend this because you would rather market your house more. I mean, they're going to see your website anyway, right? We don't have a button on here. Your audience selection is great. Edit. Sparta. We're going to select this audience instead of the other one. Okay. So we selected the audience we just made. I titled it Sparta, so I selected that audience. Right. Total budget is $30 US. I would probably make this more like 100, and it's going to reach about 11,000 to 29,000 people. Okay. If we run this ad for 7 days, run this ad till June 27th, you spend an average of $14.28 per day. This ad run for 7 days, right? We're not going to go over the Facebook pixel yet, okay? So what'll happen is this. I could run this ad. It says your audience selection is great, right? That tells me that I'm actually doing something right, okay? So this is what it's going to look like on the desktop. You're going to see the sponsored link here, and you're going to see this. Check it out. You click on this, and it redirects them to your website, Julia, or to a landing page, which I'm going to show you guys on Thursday. This is what it looks like on mobile. Make sure everything is spelled correctly. Check out this updated house, beautiful Lake Mohawk, one fairway trail spurgers. Enjoy all the amenities the lake has to offer, top-rated schools, right? This still checks out well. Looking to live in a lake community, 3 beds, 2 baths, and full lake rates, Lake Mohawk, right? So it looks good. All right. So here's what I would do. I would click boost. Sorry, I'm not going to pay for this. So if I would click boost, what it does is it just sends it out to Facebook, and then within sometimes like 10 minutes it's approved. Sometimes it takes an hour or two. Then it's approved, and then it'll run at $14.28 per day for 7 days, and it'll end on June 27th. Okay. And that's just how you do it. That's it. Okay. That's how you run them from Facebook ads. From Facebook business pages, and how you boost those posts, right? So you want to create your audience first, like we did. Measure that audience, right? Narrow your audience down, okay? And make sure, as we did in that audience metric there, in those audience details, that we know if we're running an audience, if we're running an ad to an audience that's interested in real estate, FHA insured loans, lake homes, or whatever the case may be, make sure you know who the audience is. If a huge portion of them are married, then make sure when you're creating that audience, you run it to married people, right? If you're selecting an age group and you select all these interests and a bunch of them are single, make sure that you're running them to those people. Okay, make sure you select the right audience. That's huge. All right. Every once in a while, people blast things out there and they get lucky and they get a few leads. But again, what you want is something consistent, that every time you run ads, you're going to be getting deals in again and again and again. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like on the phone. This is what's going to look like on the desktop. You click boost, and it'll submit it to Facebook, and they'll approve it within an hour or a couple. If there's ever anything wrong with it, this one would definitely be approved without a doubt, because it meets all of Facebook's guidelines. But if there is any issues, they'll tell you your ad was not approved. You can click and you can see why, and then you may need to change some things. Okay, so that's it. That's how you run them through your Facebook boost post on your page. Okay. Or like we did previously, okay, you can certainly go here just like we did to create ads, and then you can create one yourself. I will not go over that until next week, because I'm going to show you guys actually how to do that through landing pages. That's what I want to push on Thursday. So again, what I would do is I would get Lead Pages, leadpages.com. You can go there, sign up for a subscription, $29 a month, so that you have those landing pages there available for you guys when you run this. So again, our webinar went a little bit longer today, just because we had a lot to go over here. But on Thursday, I will be going over 4 specific ads, and I will show you guys the landing page software that I use to capture everything from open house advertisements, giveaways, free books, free reports, to get listing ads, to get buyer ads, all those different things. I'm going to show you those. We're going to go over buyer ads, open house, listing, and luxury. Buyers, open house, listing, and luxury on Thursday. All right. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions this time, because I did go through this fairly quickly. Okay. But if you do have questions, again, I don't mind you emailing me, texting me, those things. That's fine. However, for this purpose, please comment in the group so that other people can benefit from the questions you're asking. I will not think the question is stupid. I promise you that. Right? But please comment in the group that we have, and then this video is going to be posted later on tonight for you guys all to view. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll stick around if you have a couple questions here. I will unmute you, or you can chat with me as well. Thanks. Claire, what did you click on to capture that demographic that you created? Oh, great question. Great question. So Claire was asking what did I click on to create the demographic? Okay. So when I go down here to create ads, okay, and I choose an objective like lead generation, it'll ask me to name it. I continue. Okay. That's when I click audience. Okay. Now you can, if you don't want to do all of that and you want to go back, you can click Ads Manager, Claire, right up here. Okay. and then you can click Audience Insights. Ads Manager at the top left-hand corner, and then Audience Insights. Audience Insights, okay? Exit out of this, and then this is on this sidebar here. This is when you can play with all the different interests, all the different groups, and then you can see what percentage of people are what, who's doing what, so on and so forth. Look at this, work and country enthusiast, 0.7%. That's sad. Work and play, 6%. Firmly established, 7%. Right? 150 to 200 million monthly active people. It's crazy. So hopefully you understood that. Again, you go to create ads, then you go to audience insight, then you go to, let me go back here just so I show you how to do it again. You go up to Ads Manager, click up here on Ads Manager, then you go to Audience Insights. So create ads, Ads Manager, and then Audience Insights to create those demographics and those audiences. How did that audience get to the ad page? So once you create this audience, right, you can click this button Save, and then you type in your audience name, and then that audience is saved as one of your audiences. So then when you go back to boost a post or to run a for sale by owner a for sale advertisement, it allows you to select it. So let me go back here real quick just to show you. So let's say I just created this let's just say this was an audience. So I click Save, and I call it this test audience. Okay, I saved it. All right, and then I went back here to Facebook, and then I was running an ad. Go to pages. Let's say I was running one from Longview Townhomes in Montville here. Okay, and I was running Fairway in Sparta from here, right? And I created this ad. There she is, and then I went to publish, right? When I click Boost Post, Claire, this little area where it says audience, right? I have all these different saved audiences here that I can choose. See all these different saved audiences that I have? I just named that one test audience, so I could click on this test audience. It says your audience selection is broad, so I could do Sparta, right? Your audience selection is great. So I just click whichever audience it is that I saved that I want to run this ad to, okay? Hope that answers your question. Anybody else? Now everyone's going to be mad at me because I used Julia's house as an example. So why didn't you use mine? Well, we only have an hour. But again, if you guys need help on setting these ads up, obviously watch the video again and again, but if you do need help from me specifically, just post a question in the group, and I promise I will reach out to you personally and make sure that you guys know what you're doing. Okay? So post a question in the group, you know, hey, having trouble with my ad, or how do you get back to that audience page, or what is it that you do? I will either comment there, or I'll private message you and say, hey, here's what or say, hey, listen, I set up an ad, but I want to make sure it's running, or I set up an ad and Facebook is allowing me to run it, what's going on? Then at some point, I will sit down with you and work with that ad or whatever it is that you're doing and make sure that it's running properly. Let's see, who's this? Me and my kids. Some of my 5 million children that I have. Three girls. I'm gonna be in trouble one day. Any other questions? I'm pumped about Thursday. I really am. Major excitement on my part because I get to show you guys really how to run some, not just boost the posts like I showed you today. I mean, those work great. Don't get me wrong. Those work awesome. those are fantastic because they drive people to your business page and you get exposure and everything else. Those ads work fantastic, but more so when I show you guys how to do the lead pages and the landing pages and how to bring people through and how to capture leads and how to create lead traps and these types of things. It's awesome. And that's really what we're going to be doing for the remainder of this entire course that we're doing. Course, I hate using the word course because I hated school. This entire coaching journey that we're on with social media. So. All right, I think that's all the questions. If you guys do have questions, again, please comment in the group, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. And I'm sure your questions can help others answer questions that they may have as well. All right, guys, thanks again, and we will chat on Thursday. Look in the group for this video to be posted later on tonight. All right, thanks.